Welcome to the FF Locker Room quarterback rankings for week number 4. Cut my finger the other day, check it out. Anyway, couple of changes this week. Mike Glennon in for Josh Freeman in Tampa Bay. Matt Castle in for an injured Christian Ponder. I think Christian Ponder will be coming back, unfortunately. But the bad news is if you're starting Castle or Glennon this week, guess what? Your fantasy season is probably over. Chad Henne, anyone? Seriously. But anyway, Peyton Manning, of course, is my number one. This is a guy that I dogged all preseason. I am eating my words right now. Literally eating my words. I don't know why. It does get cold there in Denver, so maybe that's still coming, but maybe that is the Raiders fan talking in me. My good buddy Jim Day dragged that out of me recently, but yeah, Peyton Manning's number one. What else are you going to do? Number 2, I got Robert Griffin III. Believe it. That's all I said in my quarterback write-up. Believe it. People can move the ball on the Oakland Raiders, and Robert Griffin III has gotten a lot of fantasy points so far. Who cares if this team is 0-3? Don't look at the record. Look at his points scored. That's what's really important. Andrew Luck against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, seemed to me that I thought last week that Marshawn Lynch was going to get a lot of points against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He did not, and Russell Martin was actually forced to throw 4 touchdown passes. So with a healthy Trent Richardson too, I think there's going to be some things open up, and I wouldn't necessarily count on too much running backs. Don't overvalue those easy plays. I think Andrew Luck could have a big game here. Plus, this is a divisional opponent, so don't think they're going to hold anything back. I got Andrew Luck at number 4. Stafford and Cutler I have at 5 and 6. They're going against each other. I think this game is going to be an absolute shootout. So excited to watch this. Megatron, Brandon Marshall. It's going to be a great matchup. Michael Vick I have at number 9. I really like him against this Denver defense. I think he is kind of a bad matchup for them. So look for Michael Vick to put up some fantasy points. Remember, this Denver defense is not at full strength. Plus, Denver is probably going to be leading at halftime, which means Michael Vick is going to be throwing that ball deep downfield and gaining you some fantasy points. Ben Roethlisberger is another guy that I'm considering moving up a little bit in my ranks. I think he's going to have a nice game against an inexperienced Vikings defense. Ryan Tannehill is a guy that I also like. I got him at number 18. Not crazy about him, but I think he's going to have a decent week. Another injury I forgot to mention earlier. Terrell Pryor is doubtful, so in steps Matt Flynn. Don't touch Matt Flynn until you see what he can do on the field for the Raiders. Just leave it alone. Jake Locker is kind of my dark horse of the week. If you own Cam Newton or Aaron Rodgers in this first bye week of the year, you're looking for a quarterback to start. Locker's playing the Jets. The Jets' defense is average, maybe below average. And Locker had a really good game last week. He threw for just under 300 yards and scrambled for another 68 and had a rushing touchdown. Obviously, he's not going to probably rush for a lot of yards throughout the season, but this could be a good week to play him. Him and Nate Washington have developed quite a rapport, and with some injuries to Kenny Britt and Delanie Walker, Nate Washington could also be a nice bye week replacement. But I am not the running or the wide receiver ranker. I am the quarterback ranker. And that's why I'm saying Jake Locker is my dark horse. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck this weekend. This has been the FF Locker Room quarterback rankings for week 4. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Join the flock.